Hey guys. Hey everyone. How's it going? Hello from not Mississauga, Montreal. Well, good for you to make it out to Montreal. Hey guys. Good morning, good morning. Well, good evening to you guys. Good morning to me. Just put on my Elephant Nines for the first time, and wow, these are amazing. I'm glad you enjoy them. Such a beefy fabric. Hello from Mississauga. Hey guys, hey boys, girls, everyone, thanks for joining me. Another live stream. Hello from Brazil, welcome, welcome. How do you say hello in Portuguese? Uh, I don't remember. Obrigado, I think is thank you. I don't remember how to say hello, but hello. All right, everyone's here. So, I hope everyone's having a hello from Yellowknife. Wow, that's a long ways away. Hope you're having a good day. Konnichiwa. Bom dia, bom dia. Hopefully, I'm saying the right. If people write the foreign languages that I don't understand, I hope you're being genuine with the text. Konnichiwa, ohayo, ohayo. All right, so I hope everyone's having a good weekend, or a good start to the weekend, that is. Thanks for joining me on another Instagram live stream here well, it's September the 12th for me in the morning, September 11th for you guys. It's hola in Portuguese. Bom dia means good morning. Okay, all right. Well, thank you for the lesson. Konnichiwa. So, I hope everyone's having a good start to their weekend. I hope you had a good week. It's been a pretty crazy week for me. I feel like the whole week just flew by incredibly fast. Monday Monday feels like forever ago. That was the last day of our Labor Day sale. And then I put together, I don't know how many of you guys watched it, but we put together the new video for the Vulgar Selvage on YouTube. So we did a slightly different, we changed up kind of the format. You look like Kim Tile. I don't know who Kim Tile is. Hopefully that's a compliment. So we put together the Vulgar Selvage video. I think the feedback from many of you guys has been very positive. I really appreciate that. The previous formats, you guys could tell, I don't know, I was very stiff, very robotic. My problem is that I naturally have this stutter, and I say a lot of ums and ahs when I talk, so I feel like in video when I making something official, maybe it's too annoying for some viewers, but so I thought, okay, well, let's script this out, write it out, and speak to the camera. So I was very careful when I read. The ums and ahs are gone. So Kim Tile is the guitarist from Soundgarden. Oh, okay, all right. Well, I hope. I guess that's a good thing. Two camera approach is cool, right? So it was like an interview style. So I had Risa film, and she would ask me questions, and then I would respond. And I just feel like my words flowed much more naturally than me writing it out. And then at first, I used to try and memorize the whole thing, and maybe for some people that's easy, but it was not easy for me. And so I would script it out, and then we'd set up a teleprompter with my computer, and then you could just see my eyes moving. So I thought, oh man, these don't look so good, and I feel very stiff and not so genuine. So I think this is the way of the future, and you'll see more videos like this soon. And I think I tell a little bit more. I mean, the stories behind what is being made, a lot of you guys hear because you watch me here, often. You might know some of these stories already, but I think maybe the casual Naked and Famous fan, they're not always watching these live streams. So that video, I guess, gives them a little bit more insight into how and why the jeans are made. So I'm glad that you guys liked the video. I'm still learning how to edit and color correct and all that stuff. Audio was better this time too because I was using my standalone mic. Although I just bought this, shotgun mic for my camera, and it's clear that the my standalone mic that just plugs into my computer is so much better than that shotgun mic. And I spent so much more money on that shotgun mic. So, anyways, I've seen videos of people using shotgun mics and getting pretty good audio from them. Maybe it's just the environment, and maybe I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I just don't want to feel like I spent money on something that I'm not going to use so much. But I will use it again. If anyone, I'm always appreciative of tips. But this is my shotgun mics, the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus. So it's a pretty handy, nifty camera mic, but. Yeah, I need to figure out how to get the best possible audio out of that. Anyways, everything will come in time. Every week I'm learning something new, so the videos will get better, and I appreciate all your feedback and tips and support and all that good stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna, what else has been going on? We are pretty much wrapping up the Spring-Summer 21 booking season with our retail partners, so that means Brennan, I was speaking with him last night, fabrics have been ordered, so we're getting ready to go into production. If you guys, this is one thing I always, for example, a lot of people ask me where you can find stuff, and right now I'm putting, on the Naked and Famous Denim blog posts, for every new release, there's a list of all the retailers and what fits they're carrying. So it should make things a little bit easier to find. But I do get a lot of people who ask me, hey, where can I find these jeans in my city? And, we don't sell to every city in America or Canada or the world. I wish we did. I wish there was a local retailer near everybody. And my tip has always been to speak to your local retailer about it. Because there's not actually so much power from my side. I think a lot of retailers, they get approached a lot by brands, and it's easy for them to just ignore us because maybe they've never heard of us, or they just get approached so much that they're not so interested, or maybe they're happy with the products assortment that they have. But when retailers hear about brands from their customers, then they're more inclined to react to that. It's the same way with us. When I hear feedback from you guys, hey, you guys should make this, you guys should do that, those are things that I incorporate into the line. So it's more, sometimes, I might have we're dealing with a fabric supplier and they're like, oh, you should do this. And I'm like, I don't know. I know you're a salesperson. I'm a salesperson. So sometimes the thing about salespeople, I have to say, is I think we're sold the easiest because we appreciate other salespeople. But sometimes we're also a little skeptical because if you're selling me something that's popular, that means it's out there. And maybe I don't want something that is necessarily doing well for you guys because that might mean other people are doing something similar. So it's a weird balance. I copped the Super Guy Vulgar 2s today. Good, man. If today has been a very successful day for the Vulgar 2s. I think a lot of people have been waiting for those, and we released those a little bit early. So, yeah, we were supposed to release the Seersucker corduroys today. Anyways, there were some production delays, and I wanted to release everything at the same time, so that got pushed up. Next week, we got the Hyperflex, so that's coming out only in the men's fits, though. The women's fits have been delayed, so that's going to be kind of a split release. So watch out for that. I'm going to have the video ready Monday, Tuesday. How are the True Grits going to fade? Got them today. I will show you. I have a pair. Risa, can you bring the True Grits? My faded ones? My lovely wife, Risa. I like, but the problem is my phone, my Wi-Fi kind of sucks at home. I have like the internet provider's router, so if I'm not in the living room area, my Wi-Fi is dead, and I'm on data on this, and also if I go to like the back of the home, my data dies, so I'm kind of just stuck in this area to do the live streams, which is good. Hopefully, everything's coming out clear this week. I know last week there were some issues with lag and things like that, and when I re-uploaded it, the video, I know there was some sync video audio. Thank you. Issue. So I got my True Grits here. I could show you what they look like. Same, super excited for the Super Guy Vulgar 2s. Ordered mine immediately at 9 a.m. this morning. Good man. They were very popular, and it actually, the reason why this live stream is a little bit late is because we were up until like 3 a.m. We're often up to like 2 or 3 a.m. just doing work, because just the time difference and being able to work. That's when the staff kind of gets to work at HQ, and then you're just fielding messages and dealing with issues. And Garrett's been on holiday, so Reese and I have been dealing with most of the customer service. And it's been fun answering a lot. I recognize some folks out there, and answering and fielding questions for them. So if you're watching this live stream, I did invite a couple of people to come and hang out here. So welcome. Ordered my Vulgar 2s immediately from Osaka. Midnight for me. Oh, that's right. I'm glad. It's fun because when I'm during these launches, we actually we have like a map that shows like where the traffic is coming from, and it's always fun during a release to see where everyone is ordering from. So I appreciate you waiting up all night to order the Vulgar 2s. I think you'll be very, very happy with them. Do you soak new jeans? It all depends for me. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. For unstamped price stuff, I do, because I want to get that shrink out. This is the True Grit Selvage. Let me show it to you. Whoops. It's a little dark today, but you can see here just how kind of pebbly it looks once they fade. I've been wearing these for, I would say, a year. Maybe a little bit more. They haven't been my daily driver for a couple of months, just because the summer's been pretty hot here, and I've been wearing my left-hand 12s. This is my cat. She's here to inspect the jeans with us. I did a raw hem on these, so I just cut them. A lot of people are worried about that, about the way that they're going to fray. It's not really an issue. They don't shrink up. They just kind of stay where they are. They might roll up a little bit. You might have to. I usually wear these rolled up a little bit anyways, but if you don't like that, then you can just iron that out and they'll stay pretty flat for a while. And if you don't like the way that they're fraying, you just chop that off and you're good. But yeah, I think they fade quite beautifully. The fall colors are starting to hit Japan, despite it still kind of being warm. Just got the True Grits on Tuesdays. Thanks, Guy. You're very welcome. I hope you enjoy them. Here's the leather patch. Over time, the hair on hide comes off, so the patch really fades quite nicely. I really like it because you can still see like the Naked and Famous Denim logo here underneath. So it's a fun evolution on the leather patch. Back pocket evolution. So yeah, when we talk about how gritty this denim is, it really, really shows up once it's faded. Yeah. So I'll keep wearing these, and I'll post some updates periodically. I know a lot of people got these, and they want to see how they fade. So this is some good example here. Okay. What's your favorite jean that you guys released this season? Man, it's like asking a parent which child is their favorite. Obviously, every parent has a favorite child, but they never want to say. And it's kind of hard because there's so many good jeans this season. I mean, I love them all. It's really hard for me to not find something I love in any jean. This is a very strong season, I have to say. Okayama, Elephant, Vulgar. We've got the MIJ7s and 8s. Oh, it's a lot to pick from. So I don't know if I can pick. And Batman. Oh my god, the Batman collection's also coming. So, yeah, sorry, I can't genuinely answer that question because I love all my babies. I love them all equally. Grabbed the pair of Vulgar 2s today to add to the collection. Thanks for making cool quality stuff. You are welcome, my friend. Also, for the True Grit, do you recommend soaking first? I think a soak is a good idea. They do shrink. I find that they shrink. The initial shrink, if I remember correctly, was about 2 inches from the original size, and then they stretched out about an inch afterwards. So they'll end up being about an inch smaller in the waist than when you originally get them. So I think it's a good idea to do that. Some people, they don't ever really wash their unsanforized jeans, so they just kind of get them to their size and they stretch out a little bit. And then when they shrink after that, they still shrink, but yeah, they sometimes they might shrink to be too small. Sometimes they don't shrink that much. I don't know. It all depends on how much they've stretched, how much you've stretched or shrunk too. So I guess sometimes it depends on the person. What kind of fade should I expect with lighter jeans like the Blue Storm? With lighter jeans, it's still considered raw. Just because it's not that dark indigo, it's still a raw jean. Raw indicates that the fabric has not been pre-treated, so no pre-washing. Well, I'd say a one wash, like a rinse wash, is okay and still considered in the raw world. But any distress washing, like bleaches and like acid washes and stretch, that's what makes a jean not raw. So the Blue Storm is raw, and what you can expect from them is to fade to a lighter shade of blue. With a lighter blue, you get more, I would call them more vintage-looking fades, that very, very pale blue, much faster, because there's less shades of indigo to go through. So you'll have a vintage-looking fade that's very streaky, I would say fairly quickly. You do have to wear them a lot, and I think that sometimes that's the difficulty with lighter blue denim, is that, once you hit the fall or the winter, we tend not to wear as many light colors on our bottom. So that's kind of the trade-off. If you live in an environment where it's sunny all the time, if you're in California, then sure, it's easy to wear that for a long, long time. But if you're in a 4-season kind of environment, it takes a little bit longer to fade them, just because I feel some people aren't wearing them as often as they could. All right, let's go down. The color's crazy on the Elephant 9. I got to see them in the sunlight today. Yeah, it's certainly, in the video, in the pictures, unless you're really comparing them to like a dark indigo jean, you don't really realize how kind of like that mid blue that they are, that lighter shade of dark blue. It's a very special color. I'm very happy with the way those came out, and I think people are going to be very happy with them once they get them. I can't wait to see how people fade them. Was there something special about the Vegeta denim even after soak a few months? Was there something special about the Vegeta denim even after a soak and a few months they are still wearing in? I mean, the fact that the slubbiness of that denim is what is very special about them. I would categorize the Vegeta denim as like the Okayama spirit of the Dragon Ball collection. So it's the hardcore denim. It's the one that I think is going to fade the most. I think it's going to fade the best. The Goku and the Cell denim, that slubby, streaky denim, is also very nice. Don't get me wrong, but I think if you're in the more classic denim guy, I really like that vintage look. The Vegetas are going to be the most visually pleasing fades for you. We have 2 seasons in California now, sunny and on fire. Yeah, you guys, it's every year you guys have those fires, and yeah, I've I don't know what the situation is in California. I know that you guys have a lot of wildfires. I know that wildfires generally are I've learned a little bit about it, and I know that it does help the forest and regrowth, and there's some benefit to the soil as well. But obviously, if there's homes and things involved, that's very very not good. Um, yeah, I think I'm not sure what causes so many. Well, I think the proximity to life and forest fires is not great. So. I'm not advocating for forest fires. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that, but you guys get them every year, and I do find that some people, I don't know if the media is overreacting or not, because if it's an event that happens all the time, I feel like they're reporting it like it's never been worse. I'm like, is that the case? I don't know if it's the case, because if it's something that happens all the time, like a frequent event. I'm sure a frequent event can be worse than another frequent event, but I don't know if they're just trying to scare us more. They try to scare us too much. I don't know. Um, Anyways, if you're out in California, be safe. I mean, I see the pictures and it's like yellow skies and things like that, but I remember, yeah, so long as like if life is preserved and people are safe, I mean it's not nice to have obviously it's not nice to have your home burnt down. Obviously, there's no question about that. But um, if so long as people dying, I think is the absolute worst. Property can be replaced always. I think it was a podcast I was on, and somebody asked me, if your home was on fire, what would you run in and take back? And I said nothing. Like, if my house was on fire, I am not risking my life for anything in this home, other than my loved ones. So that's yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I'm going on such a rant. Anyways, be safe out there. Forest fires are okay. The huge amount this year has been due to the increased dryness and heat. They definitely do scare us a lot, though. No question about it. It's a very terrifying. I mean, fire is terrifying. No, absolutely no question about that. And in Canada, I mean, there was a couple years ago where basically an entire city burnt down due to forest fires. And the amazing thing about that was nobody died. It was such a organized, and I saw the videos of people driving their cars out of this city while everything around them is burning, and it's tragic and terrible, but nobody died, and I thought that was the most incredible thing. And shout outs to the firefighters and all the people who are there to support, and of course, this is 9/11 and the fire, such a terrible thing, and all those firefighters that risked it all, and the police, and anyways, it's I'm getting a little teared up actually over that. So shout outs to our brave service people who were there to help us when we need it. Are you going to be wearing heavyweight jeans this winter? I'm thinking about it. For the Indigo Invitational, I'm still not sure which pair I should wear. I might wear the MIJ7s. I might do the elephants. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Although I do have a pair of Spring Summer 21 jeans called the Brown Fox. It's a lightweight, unsanforized fox fiber brown cotton weft denim. But it's my only sample, and I might need them later on to do like product photography and product video. So I don't know if I should wear those. Not sure. So I'm leaning a little bit towards the MIJ7. I have the sample with me, so I might be going in that direction. It happens frequently, but rarely everywhere else like that. It's significant that it happens same year as Australian ones. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I just think there's I'm not. Interestingly enough, I used to study to be At one point, I wanted to be a geographer, and so uh, for the for the one semester I actually went to university and then dropped out, I was studying geography. So physical geography was, I don't know, my teachers, they're like, oh, you should do this. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I got there, I'm like, this is not for me. So I left school pretty quickly. I went to university twice. The first time I went to university, I dropped out after like 4 or 5 days. Um, the one thing in high school that the teachers told us was, oh, when you get to university, it's going to be so serious, and not everybody makes it. You're going to sit in your classroom, and they're going to say, look to your left and look to your right, and most of these people aren't going to be here by year 4. And I'm like, okay. So I get into my classroom, and we're all studying. What was I was in an urban planning course at Ryerson University. It was the only university that accepted me. And Ryerson in Toronto. Back then it was known as Rye High. I think that was because they were very loose on who they accepted. University of Toronto and York politely declined. I didn't have the greatest grades in high school. My high school, it just kept going down and down. I just stopped pretty much going to school. Yeah, I skipped a lot of school by the end of high school, but I managed to like pass everything. I would just, you get the syllabus at the start of the year. It's like, here's what everything is worth in terms of grades, and sometimes participation would be like 5 or 10% of your grade. I'm like, okay, well, if like most of my time that I have to be that if all of my time basically is only worth 10%, then I'm not going to come to class. It doesn't make any sense. I just have to hand in these essays, read the book, and do the exam. So I would manage some semi-decent grades by not showing up to class. I'd get 0 on participation, but I would get a B or whatever on the essay that it would take me 1 day to write because I didn't care. So anyways, that affected me from going to university, and so I ended up in an urban planning course because of my guidance counselor. He's like, oh, you should do this. I'm like, okay. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I ended up in that class, and I was just full of a class with all these other kids who wanted to do a very specific job. And then I'm like, there's a year 2, year 3, graduating, a year 4, and a year that just graduated, and we're all fighting for the same jobs, and there's a lot of us in this room. I'm like, something tells me we're all not going to be urban planners. So I was like, I better piece out of this because this is a bad idea. I'm not going to dump all this money into this and end up with nothing. So I got out of there fast. I went back just to do it because I thought that was what I was supposed to do. Ended up in a physical geography course, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this? So after a semester, I was like, I'm done. And then I got into the fashion world, and here I am today. So I think it all worked out for me. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so I should probably know a little bit more about physical geography and the way and why and hows of forest fires. But I think I stayed long enough to figure it out. So I think that's the moral of that story. One of the Indigo Invitational t-shirts being shipped out. They will probably be ready this week, and then will be shipped. Well, this week, by that I mean between the 14th and the 18th. I think we will have them in our possession, and then we'll start shipping them out probably around the 21st. So the second last week of September, they should be ready to go. Any chance of Naked and Famous times Smokey the Bear? I was actually looking up a bunch of Smokey the Bear ads because we have a jean coming out next season called the Firewall Selvage, and it's made with fire-resistant fibers. The jeans themselves are not completely fire-resistant because the cotton is not fire-resistant, but the fire-resistant carbon, it's a carbon yarn. It's not carbon fiber, but it is a carbon fiber. So the difference between this fiber and actual carbon fiber is that when you superheat this carbon fiber, it becomes carbon fiber. It was very confusing learning about it because they're like, oh, this is pre-carbon fiber. So the pre to actual carbon fibers is a fiber called pre-carbon fiber. So, and it's confusing because it's not carbon fiber, but it is carbon fiber. So, I hope that makes some sense. But when you try to burn it, it doesn't burn. And then when you superheat it, I guess it just gets harder or something, and it becomes it's harder in terms of, I guess, strength, but flexible still. So I guess that's how carbon fiber is made. It's a very has a high strength to weight ratio, and then when it's woven, it just makes it really really super tough. Any updates on the MIJ8? No, but the MIJ7s have hit our warehouse, so those are going to be ready to ship. On September the 25th, we're going to release those. We're shipping them to retailers now. If you go on Tate and Yoko, we've updated the photos, so these are the final production photos, and you can see what they look like. You know, there are some slight differences from the sample, including the darker stitching color on the samples is a little bit more it's a little bit more navy. It is actually navy. Someone asked about the 40-ounce denim release. Is this a possibility? 40-ounce is happening. We are making the first pair right now. They are being made for Garrett for the Indigo Invitational. He's entering with the 40-ounce. So once we've got that out, and there's a little bit more production space in our factory, we'll be taking pre-orders on these. Basically, we make the entire jean with one machine. So in terms of mass production, you know, it's not like our typical production zone in our factory where each operation kind of has its own machine. You know, there's a pocket machine, there's a machine for overlock, there's a belt loop machine. Everything is made on the one machine. So it's going to be it's not going to be easy to release a lot of these, so they'll be happening kind of small amounts at a time. These gender reveal parties are getting out of control. I keep hearing about gender reveal stuff on the internet, and I know that something bad happened at one of them. I don't know what happened. I haven't. I'm just my week. This week has just been straight up like behind the computer, and for the few minutes that I have had to like not work, I've been playing Talk Pro Skater. Yeah, that game's awesome. But yeah, I've just not been in tune with what's going on so much. You know, I catch a glimpse of forest fires, I catch a glimpse of gender reveal, but I haven't deep dived into anything, so I don't know what the heck's going on. What's going on with the hearts? Is it glitching for anyone else, or is someone really happy? Maybe, I don't know. If something's glitching on here, let me know. What other collabs y'all have coming? Well, we do have the Batman collection. I've talked about Rick and Morty. So Rick and Morty is confirmed. That's happening for Spring Summer 21. And then I'm working on the Fall 21 collabs. So that's going to be Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. That's coming out for Halloween. We've got Mortal Kombat. So I'm working on that one. And there's going to be a Matrix one. Yeah, I don't know if I've talked about that one yet, but there will be a Matrix one. So that's what the plan is. 3 for Fall Winter 21. They're going to be smaller collections. You know, Mortal Kombat's going to be a smaller collection. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. That's 2 pieces, and then we'll have 1 piece for Matrix. Maybe 1, maybe 2. We'll see. But I'm not guaranteeing it, but we're trying to get a, you know, that digital kind of falling print, falling graphic from the Matrix. I'm trying to recreate that in the Selvage ID. So I think that'll be pretty cool. Matrix, man. I'm like, I talk about some of my favorite movies. I have so many copies of the Matrix. It's, yeah. I basically just. I don't collect copies of the Matrix, but I won't say no to another if I have a different release of the Matrix. I have it so many times. Okay. I might have missed a bunch of questions. Is there a possibility of an Erotica Times Naked and Famous collab in the future? The answer is yes. So with Rocket Jelly Bean, we have a pretty good relationship with him, and I think we will definitely do another one down the road. Red pill me, yeah, man. You know, Matrix, you got to pick red pill, blue pill. Which one's for you? So that was another idea with the Matrix jeans, is to have a jean that has the red pill and the blue pill selvage ID. So you can have a pick. Which one? Which, do you want to stay blind or you want to see the world? Ever consider a heavyweight Ecru Denim? I think it'll happen. I would say that this past season, Spring Summer 20, Ecru Denim finally hit. We've been doing Ecru Denims for so long. We've done so many of them, and they always okay. But this season, I think a lot of guys, girls always kind of got it. I think with women, they're always a little bit more adventurous with what they wear. So anytime we made those, you know, it's really, we never had a problem selling them for the ladies. But for the guys, it's always kind of been, I don't know. The white jeans, like, they're not white, they're Ecru, they're kind of this, you know, natural cotton color. But this season they hit, and so I saw a lot of our retail partners doing well with them. They were posting a lot of like beat up photos. We had Garrett wearing them. So I think you'll see more of that from us, just because I think now it's kind of in the mindset of raw denim guys that this is another option for me, something I should have in my wardrobe. You know, it was indigo denim, of course. Everyone had to have a black pair. I think that's natural. Most of us have a black pair of jeans. Or it's just, if you're going down the road of what do I need next in my wardrobe, it's like you need a classic raw, you got to get a black version. Then it's like slubby or heavyweight. You kind of go into the hardcore world. You might find some kind of novelty piece, you know, fun colors, colored wefts, that kind of thing. And then it's like, okay, what now? You know, I've done that. I've conquered those things. What now? You know, and that's kind of where some of the other, you know, maybe you need a duck canvas, or you know, like what I'm wearing. You know, some fun patterned options. But Ecru now, I think, is in the world of indigo, basic raw indigo, basic black, basic Ecru. So that, I think, a good trifecta of classic basic option for wardrobe for guys. Just picked up the Vulgar 2, super stoked. Enjoy them, my friends. Just got some left-hand twill overalls. Great choice. I've been seeing a couple of great Instagrammers. I forget their names off the top of my head, but I put them on our Instagram stories. There's these two guys who've been wearing them recently. One guy's been wearing them. He's very heritage style. And then there's another guy who's wearing them very kind of street style with like hoodies and things like that. Two very like different approaches to the overalls, but two awesome looks. I've been posting them on our stories. Obviously you can't go back, but if you see them, I'm sure I'll post them again. If you go in, if you follow our hashtag and scroll through, you'll see them. But you should follow those two guys. Those guys post pretty often, and some really fantastic outfits. Possibility of a non-MIJ heavyweight indigo. Yeah, we've done it. MIJ3, it was MIJ3 or MIJ4. I was confused the two. We did that, so it'll happen again. My favorite pair are the Emperor of Slub. That is a great pair. We are working on the Lord of the Lord of Slub, King of Slub. Lord of Nep, King of Slub, Emperor of Slub combination. I'm trying to figure out the name. The Lord of Slub, the Lord of Nep, the King of Lords. I don't know. Anyways, we'll figure it out. But that's coming soon. They look nice. I just can't justify the $500 price tag. They are a pricey jean. That was, some of that, a good amount of that bump in cost came from the fact that the Emperor of Slub was made in Japan. A lot of you guys here wanted that made in Japan. So the Emperor of Slub, the follow-up to King of Slub, was made in Japan. So I know that they were pricey. So when we do the next version, so the combo jean, the Lord of Nub, the Lord of Slub, King of Slub, Lord of Nep, that'll be made in Canada. I'm gonna keep. It will still not be an inexpensive jean. It will still be pricey, but it'll be less expensive because we're gonna do it in our factory in Canada. Any news on the NYC exclusive? It is coming. We are sending the pocket flashers to the printer, so that's coming soon. I think we'll have them before the end of the year. Hopefully you are in New York, because you can only get them in New York. They will not be available online. You will not be able to buy them online. That is a tourist special. You got to go to the store. You got to get that jean if you're a New Yorker, or if you're visiting New York and want to have a very special souvenir. That's the point of that. I really like the idea of having a souvenir item. I like souvenir shops, but the problem with I find a lot of souvenir shops is that they don't have unique souvenirs, you know? So whenever I go to a place, I like to find something local from that place. God of Texture, that's a good name. The God of Texture. Yeah, I mean, King, Lord, we need to go God. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I think we have to go God. That's the next step, right? Prophet? No, prophet. Is a prophet? I don't know. God. It's got to be God. That's the God. That's the goat. The goat. Yeah, the goat of texture. The goat of slubs. The goat of nep. Goat. Greatest of all time. That. Anyways. Okay. Demigod. It can't be the devil. Evil. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how the hierarchies of these things work. I mean, God is pretty up there. Does anything beat the God? Who's the God of the gods? What's his name? Greek mythology. Who's on top? I don't remember. Who's on the top of Greek mythology? I can't remember. Anyways. Zeus is on top. Greatest of all textures. That's it. Yeah. That's Zeus. Yeah. Why did I not remember that? I was thinking Hercules for a second. I'm like, no, Hercules is the son of Zeus. Yeah. And then Thor. I don't know. It's true. There's so many Thanos. Yeah, that's it. There's so many characters, and isn't it? It's funny that, Greek mythology is, Greek mythology, and the current mythology is comic books. Maybe in 300 years they're going to be teaching us about the X-Men and the Avengers. That's going to happen. Isn't that funny? So that'll be so interesting that our current, comic book lore is going to be taught in history books one day, as this is what they used to read, and whether or not we didn't believe in it. I guess we believe it in the sense that we enjoy it and cosplay and all that stuff, but I don't think anyone thinks that this is real. Maybe they'll be very confused in 400 years and think that we thought it was real. Who knows? The future. That would be a fun one. Back to the future. Back to the future jeans. What does it look like? We need to invent a flux capacitor to go into the jeans somehow. Flux capacitor salvage. We spend our time on these stories. We certainly do. Cotton patch with a tragic blonde in color in the style of a comic book paper. Yeah. I want to do, I would like to do that. I would, anyway, have I ever shown you guys the New York, leather patch? Let me see if I can pull it up for you. I can show you the New York pocket flasher. And what? Let me just look it up here. I don't have it loaded up. When was the cutoff for the pre-order of the Selfish Foundation shirt? You can still order it. It's not going to be cut off. I just wanted to have people ordering it so that I had a good idea of how much I needed to order. So there'll be a little bit of extra. So basically I tallied up how much has been ordered today, and then I added about 20% on top of that. So we should be okay. Like, we're going to be able to ship everyone who ordered their shirt, and then we'll have a little bit of extra stock for people who are maybe late to the party, and maybe for some people who might need to do exchanges or things like that. So that is that is la, 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 la. That's what's happening with those t-shirts. So get them now. So this is the Salvage Foundation. No, sorry, the New York City exclusive. This is the pocket flasher, and the leather patch is gonna match. So that's happening. So fades, and more fades. So it looks like a New York City newspaper. Very iconic. We've got the tragic blonde with the Statue of Liberty kind of mock-up thing going on here. We've got kind of the graffiti and New York feel in the background. Empire State Selvage, made with 100% American-grown Supima cotton. Available exclusively at Naked Famous Denim, New York City, 123 Grand Street, New York, 1013. I think this came out pretty perfectly. I hope you enjoy it. The leather patch is going to look just like that, obviously without color, but we will have stickers and things like that available when you come to the New York store as just, little giveaways and things like that. So I've always wanted to have something special just for New York. So that's coming. Next, we're going to have to do a Montreal special, Tate and Yoko exclusive, maybe a Montreal smoked meat flavored jeans. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So cool. Looks like I'm traveling to New York City again. I think from what I've been hearing from our guys in New York, New York's waking up again, which is good. I think I'm not sure what the case rate is in New York, but I've heard that there's less people dying, so that's also very good. Hopefully, things start to open up again. I see people traveling here and there between states, and as long as you're safe, I think it's okay. If you can come to New York, we'd love to have you. So that's it. I'm flying to New York or swimming. I don't know. People say, I've read articles, New York's dead. I'm like, New York's not dead. New York, there's nothing can stop New York. Absolutely. Thank you for everyone that's been coming to the shop as of late during this tough times. That's right. I mean, we absolutely do appreciate your support. And, I'm not saying go rush out. It's still a pandemic out there, and you got to be safe. But if you're in the area, you're not traveling from far, and you're being careful, I think it's okay. And that's the other thing. Like with everyone not being able to travel outside of their countries, traveling inside your country, rediscovering your own country. I find a lot of people, not maybe less so in the States, but I find as sometimes as Canadians, we don't travel a lot. We don't see, there's so much of the country that we don't see. There's so few people that I know that have been to the Maritimes, and guilty, I'm perfectly guilty of this. I've only been there once, but there's so many parts, or like going up north. I've never been up north in northern Canada before, and I really would like to go. Like going to Yellowknife or Yukon and seeing what's up there. I want to explore Canada a lot more. Canada's a humongous country, so I guess that's why a lot of people don't get around it as much as they could. It's not so easy. I mean, most of us live within, I think an hour or 2 hours of the American border. So most of us just go south. But there's so much of Canada to discover that we don't get an opportunity to do. So anyways, I'm also guilty. I haven't seen enough of our big giant country, but I know Americans, you get around, a lot of you people, and that's one thing, a lot of Americans, here's one thing that I find interesting, that I've met so many Americans who've told me that they don't have a passport, or that they've never left the country before. And one thing I find, and sometimes they feel ashamed of that, and I don't think that they should. The thing about America is that it's so huge, and if you go from one state to another, sometimes that next state is a kind of a totally different culture from the state that you're from, and it's kind of like traveling across Europe. America and Europe are not that different in terms of size, and it's so easy to say, oh, I've been to 12 countries in Europe. Yeah, it's because you took one train. You just rode through a bunch of countries. Not very nice. It's easy. But America, you can go to 4 states. Many of your states are surrounded by many states, and you've been to all of them, and it's similar to traveling across Europe. If you think about it, even in Europe, many other countries share the same currency. So it's like, just like America, sharing the same. Obviously, all the states share the same currency. So, don't feel too ashamed that you have not left your country. You've still, if you've traveled across time zones, then you've traveled. And being in different places and seeing different things. Anyways, I don't even know where I'm going with this rant. Not traveling enough, traveling across America, going to New York. Anyways, if you can go to New York, New York would welcome you. So we would welcome you. These rants I have, I don't know. Sorry, I hope I'm not being. Hopefully they're not annoying. I see more of the States than Canada. I mean, that's it. Thanks for the love for the U.S. I love America. There's I do. I really love your country. It's such a great place. I love going there. I love visiting. I love the people. People are down on it all the time. I think that's kind of that, and I don't know. Every time I go there, I'm always welcomed by such great people, such great service, and I've just got so much love for America and the American people. You're A-okay to me, I'll tell you that much. So way to go on being such. One thing I always find odd, like sometimes people I don't know if it's odd, but I love American service. I love it. When I go to even a diner, like the waitresses, the waiters are so nice. Hey, they ask you how you're doing. They're so good at like being service driven. And it's just, if you've ever, Canada's fine, but it's just not the same. Like, I don't get that same love at a restaurant in Canada than I would in an American restaurant. And I always like to, when I go to a place, I always get a good feel of like what the people of the country are like when I go to a restaurant. And that's kind of my gauge for it. And, you don't get that service level in Europe. You don't. Sometimes, it depends on the restaurant, but I would say that the average restaurant, in France, you're not going to get that, like, very, very friendly, like, sorry, France. I think you know this, though. I don't think I'm being too harsh on you guys. The waiters are fine. Hey, sit here. Tips equal wage. And that's true. That's true. But I do feel that the career, people who are in that industry, they're professional about it. It's not just this is a job. They're like, this is my career. I'm a waiter, I'm a waitress, I'm in the service industry, and I'm gonna do a great job because I'm serious about the field that I'm in. When I go to a hotel, hey, how are you doing today? Welcome to the hotel. Everyone's so polite and nice, and like, in some places that I go, people are so cold in these industries, and it's like, I feel not as welcome as I feel even going into like, a very kind of basic hotel in America. We're not staying at fancy hotels all the time. Sometimes it's just, we're going for budget. And even at those budget hotels, it's always like, hey, welcome to the blah, blah, blah. Can I have this and that? If there's anything I could do for you, let me know. And this is where this is, and this is where that is. And I'm just like, man, I haven't even like, I'm tired. You've traveled a lot, and it's so welcoming to have a polite and welcoming voice, help you when you get around. And I find that is so often the case in America, and anyway, I've never not felt welcome there. So as much as people rag on it for, whatever reasons, and there's reasons for sure, but I find that overall I've always had just such a great love. I always feel the love there. I feel harassed in the States because I'm used to doing my own thing and not being bothered. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, if you're not, but that's not, I mean, some retail stores that, say, welcome, hi, how are you? My name's this, if I can help you with that. But of course, it depends on the store. Some stores, there's aggressive salespeople. That's kind of, I think that you'll find that anywhere. But generally speaking, I mean, I think people are very inviting. Today, a lot of them are really gifted, well compensated as servers. I mean, that's it. And even with that, I know in some places the minimum wages are very high, and they still get. I'm pretty sure they still get tips on top of that. Um, the service is not gone. It's still there. It's still ingrained. So I do appreciate that. Got my Elephant Nines last weekend for the Indigo Invitational. Good selection there. Did you get the matching? Did you get the t-shirt? They've been selling pretty well. I'm excited to get mine. I picked up the Hanami Denim for the Indigo Invitational. I was speaking to the guys over there at Indigo Invitational. They told us that we are the number 2 brand of jeans entered into the contest, and I'm like, we're going to be number 1 by the end of it, because they're still weeks away for registration, and I know a lot of people still haven't registered yet. They're waiting for those MIJ 7s. We're going to be number 1. We're going to be represented the hardest. We're going to win all the gold, everybody. So that's what's happening there. As a fellow who worked in the hospitality industry for about a decade, it was my absolute joy seeing people leave restaurants happy after being done with dinner. I also I was customer service. I worked the sales floor. I was a salesperson, and I have to say and I still work. Sometimes I'm in Tate and Yoko, or if, I'm in New York, I'm on the floor, I'm helping people out, and I love it. I love serving customers. It's a great joy. It is such a satisfying feeling knowing that you helped somebody with help them with something. They came in looking for a pair of jeans, and I know that can be hard for a lot of people. They've looked around, they've tried on a dozen pairs, and you're just like, okay, I don't want to bother with this anymore, but I need some jeans. And they come in and you help them, and they come out, and they didn't have to try on 10 pairs. They tried on 1 or 2 pairs, and they're like, these are fantastic. These are the best jeans I've ever had. And they walk out happy and satisfied, and like, that's a good feeling. You've shared your knowledge with somebody. They genuinely left happy. So I love the hospitality. I love the service industry. These people they're such hard workers, and you don't always deal with the friendliest of people, and you're still, at the end of the day, you're still trying to put a smile on their face and making sure that they leave satisfied and happy. And that's, giving somebody that, letting them feel comfortable and happy. That's not everybody can do that, and it's such a gift when you receive that from somebody. Hey, can we get a taste of shade? What does that mean? A taste of shade? No, they weren't in store at the time. Getting it this weekend or next. Would love to join the Indigo Invitational with the MIJ7, but I just had an ACL surgery. No jeans for a while. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe you need the party guy jeans. For April Fools, we did the jeans with the snap sides. It was an April Fool's joke, but we did have a couple of people who are like, "Hey, when can I get those?" I'm like, "It was a joke." If you're not sure what it is, go on our YouTube. Look up new fit announcement. That video came out on April 1st. We had the party guy and the booty guy jeans. So anyways, it will be the last. It will last the entire year. That's true. Yeah, and yes, absolutely. Get well soon. I hope you're doing well. Any new face masks coming out? Maybe. I know we're gonna restock some of the chambray ones. I want to do like a more denim one. I talked to Brandon last night about doing some more kimono print ones, so we'll probably have a few more coming out. So yeah, I can see us doing a little bit more. I find that maybe the market is hitting, like, I don't know if the market's hitting a saturation point. So I don't know how many more we're gonna add, but we'll produce small batches here and there. I don't want to make too many and be left with some. So, anyways, it's kind of a fine balance at this point. Can't wait to wear my Pronto times Naked and Famous Denim Carnival 2019 jeans for the Indigo Invitational. Good choice. Also, speaking of Pronto, I was speaking to them just the other night because Denim Carnival is not happening. Usually it happens October, November time. And obviously, global events have postponed plans. So part of our Denim Carnival plan was to have our Naked and Famous Denim unbranded brand Denim Fading Championship belt given away. We were going to have the Denim Battle Royal. So that was a competition we were going to have where people would, it was going to be a bracket system, and we'd have kind of people paired up, and everyone would sign up for the contest, and they would bring in their best faded Naked and Famous Denim or unbranded jeans. They didn't have, from any time. They could have had these jeans for years. There could be new. It doesn't matter. Their best faded pair of jeans, and they would come, and then they would cut a wrestling style promo on each other, and we would judge the fading of the jeans and the quality of the promo, and then the person would win and move on to the next round, and we would have a bracket until we would have a winner, and then we would crown them the fading champion of the world. So because we cannot do that in person, obviously, and Denim Carnival's not happening, we have this belt. So what we're having is an Instagram version of this competition. So I'm working out with Pronto right now. It's going to be open to the world. It's not just going to be for Thailand. It's not just going to be for Pronto. It is open to the world. Everyone can join. So we're going to have a worldwide competition for the belt. The winner gets the belt. By the way, this is not just a symbolic little thing, and we're going to put your name on a plaque. No, you get the belt. You are the champion, and we will have a worldwide contest. So everyone will cut a promo. We'll try to keep it under a minute, and we'll have a hashtag so everyone can see them. We'll judge. We'll pick the top 8, and then the top 8 will have to do another promo, and then they will. But from there, we will crown a champion. So that is happening. It's going to be open to the world. Yeah. Denim Fading Battle Royal is happening. We need a luchador denim mask. My wife made me one. She made matching ones actually for myself and for her. Yeah, it was pretty cool. We were denim wrestlers one year for Halloween. So unfortunately, I don't have the mask here. It's in my apartment in Montreal. But my lovely and talented wife made some raw denim luchador masks. And if anyone's, she's working on a quilt, a denim quilt right now. And she's been working on it for days, just getting the fabric ready. Let me show you some of the stuff that she's been doing. Just a little weight to hold everything down. So she's been bleaching denim and matching it with raw denim. So it'll be like I'm not going to mess around with this stack because I think it's in a particular order. But anyways, it's going to be a beautiful quilt. She laid it out the other day, and she just spent days bleaching things to varying degrees of like blue. And then she has her raw pile. So this was all from raw denim. So you can see like we got lighter blue, and there's some mid-tone blues. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, very talented. I told her you could sell these quilts, and she's like, I don't know, it takes so much time. Anyways, she's always making something, and yeah, she's a good one. She's a good one, I'll tell you that much. Okay. You know what I think it's time for? Oh, okay. So that was the Indigo Invitational. That was the Pronto Denim Championship. So that's coming. The Denim Battle Royal. Tonight, there is a Denim Hangs with the Clobbercom people. If you follow Clobbercom on Instagram, they're doing like a 24-hour denim hangout with a bunch of people from the industry. And I think 9 p.m. my time. It's like 1 p.m. UK time, which I don't know what it is, Eastern time. But if you go on Clobbercom, they have a list of all the talkers. So it's going to be a Zoom call, so everyone can hang out on Zoom together. And I'm just going to be chilling, answering questions, kind of like what we're doing right here. But if you want to see even more Bezad today or tomorrow, your time, join me on the Clobbercom Denim Hangs. I will be there. I'll put a link in the Instagram story so people can join. Yeah. A good partner is a great blessing, no question about it. Happy wife, happy life. I'm a happy husband, and a lot of people say opposites attract. I don't agree. I think we're very similar people. I think I might be a little crazier just in some ways, but aside from my bombastic loudness that I can have. We're very similar, and the fact that we're both denim people, and obviously we work for the same company, but even before that, we were in the same industry. Just understanding what it takes, to do what it is that we do. There's no conflicts, in that respect, So yeah, it's find someone who matches you. That's my, and we both love cats. There's no question about that. Find someone who matches you as much as possible, and then you never have to worry about. I feel not that I don't. When people are like, oh, I have to ask my wife, or oh, she's not gonna like this. I'm like, I've never really had that issue, and I'm so blessed for that. Yeah. How did I get into the industry? Well, I used to work at how I actually fell into the industry. I was talking about it earlier. I'm a university dropout 2 times, and I was working at an electronics store, and I wanted to change. I think a lot of the transition, like the trajectory of a lot of retail employees, if you're into the industry that you're in, it's often like, okay, you work the sales floor, you want to be the manager, and then maybe you work up in corporate, or maybe you go work for like a vendor. It's just kind of one of those situations. So here I was working on the sales floor at an electronics store, like an independent small electronics store, and I wanted to pivot and work for like Sony or Panasonic, or just the brands that we were selling. And a lot of the HQs for those companies are in Ontario. Some of them are in Mississauga, and that's where I was living at the time. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna send out my resumes. I know a couple people there, and I see some jobs are available on their online. So I'm gonna apply, and I was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna go and have an interview, I need to have a nice suit to wear for that interview. So I went on the website of a department store in Canada, a luxury department store in Canada called Holt Renfrew, and at the time that was our only luxury department store. So if you wanted to buy anything kind of designery, that was really the only place to go. So I went on their website, and at the time they didn't have an online store, or really much of an online anything. They still kind of don't, which is weird. I mean, anyways, that's another story. But I saw they had a career section, and I was like, oh, okay, I might as well. I'm looking for a job. I might as well apply. So I applied, and I got a call back like the next day or the day after, and I'm like, oh, that was fast. Okay, so I went in for the interview, and I explained to them that I had very little knowledge of fashion, aside from just what I thought I knew, and basically all of my experience came from sales, because I was a salesman, and I said that if I was going to sell, and this is my line, and this is what I believed, and I said if I was going to sell anything, I might as well be selling the best of things. So, and the best of things was at Holt Renfrew, and I said what I lack in product knowledge, I can learn quickly. I was in the electronics industry. I was used to selling expensive things. Asking people for a lot of money was not difficult for me. If you've ever been on the sales floor before, sometimes those closing questions can be difficult. I wasn't the best salesperson in the world, but I was not shy to try and close a sale. So I approached it like that, and I think the person who was interviewing me saw that I had that in me, and she gave me a chance, and Davina, she was a very nice manager to me, trained me a lot, taught me a lot of what I know today. And which I miss, actually. I miss, sometimes I go to these, over time in my career there, I've had a lot of great managers who downloaded a lot of their knowledge to me because they had come from the sales floor themselves. They had decades of experience. They were professional salespeople, and they taught me a lot about how to sell and how to be a good customer service representative. And also, Holt Renfrew at the time had a great training program. Again, I've not, I don't know anybody. I've been out of that organization for a long time. I don't know if they do, but I remember it was an entire week of training we were basically in a classroom. They had a classroom set up, and it was everything from how do you put an item in a bag to how to use the tail and all that stuff, but like just industry terms. How do you say the brand names? What are the fixtures on the floor called? Like, it was a very deep training. How do you deal with angry customers? We'd have these role-playing things. We had a giant manual. I still have it, actually. It's somewhere in my apartment in Montreal. But we had a giant customer service manual, big. And I was like, wow, this is a professional. So it was very impressive. So I worked there for very many years. I worked in the denim department. I worked in men's suits. I worked in ladies' wear. I worked in ladies' contemporary. I worked in kids' wear for a minute. I worked in lingerie for one day. Nobody wanted to buy anything from me. It's because I worked in women's wear, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you could work in this area?" I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." I sold like some. I think I sold some Spanx that day. If Spanx, who don't know, for people who don't know what Spanx are, it's like leggings and like body kind of. Basically, it makes all of your unwanted curves invisible if you're a lady. I think they might even, I don't know if they have men's version of these things. I've seen some companies try to pull it off for men, but it's like really, really tight leggings and like stuff that goes around your waist. And so if you're buying like a nice dress, so many women buy this. And they own. This is a very popular item. They're not cheap either. It's kind of expensive, but they work. It just all of the curves that you may not want to see under a dress. It just makes everything smooth. It's really, really incredible product. Anyways, I sold that, but anyways, I didn't work in there for very long. Kidswear was kind of fun because we had a lot of like designer kid stuff, and it was kind of an easy sell oftentimes because it was just gifts. And sometimes the hard things to sell were obviously the sounds so uncomfortable. I was working in women's wear I was at Holt Renfrew for like 7 or 8 years, and I think half my time was spent in women's wear. So I liked women's wear. I thought I had a lot of I was one of the best sellers in my entire store out of women's wear. It was yeah. I just had so many good experiences there, and it was a good time. Where was I going? Kidswear. Man, we would have like, the Dior baby bottle that was just like a plastic baby bottle with Dior print all over it, and it would be like $80, and you're like, that's a lot of money for a baby bottle, but $80. I mean, $80 is a lot of money for a lot of people, but like this, our customer base there was pretty affluent people, and like $80 just kind of, well, let's throw away money. Let's buy a whole Dior baby set and get a Dior baby bib and a baby bottle. It's like $300 or whatever, and it's like, okay, cool. And then you'd get like the $2,500 Burberry shearling jacket for like an infant, and it's like, that's a lot of money for a garment that kid's gonna outgrow in like 4 weeks. Like, naturally, things like that didn't sell very much. But like, you'd get like some of the hot selling items. You get like that like branded baby stuff, or like a Burberry like baby carriage. Like, we sold a lot of those. I don't remember what those were, how much those were, but they weren't cheap. But yeah, anyways, those are popular items because it was just Burberry print baby carriage. I don't know, guess that works. Um, but like uh, uh, jeans for like teenagers, like tweens. Those were very popular because like mom would come in and buy like 7 jeans, and then she would come in with her like tween age daughter, and she needed jeans too. So we had like the 11-year-old version or 12-year-old version of the same jean, and like mom would buy it, and then daughter would buy it, and they'd match. So that was very very popular. So we'd have like tween age True Religions and 7 jeans, and I forget what else we had, but whatever was popular at the time, Rock and Republics. So yeah, I spent a lot of time working in at retail and selling jeans. So a lot of my time was selling jeans. Then I worked in for Diesel. We had these shop and shops, so I was working with them. And through that experience working at Whole Renfrew, I met Brandon Spark, the owner of Naked and Famous Denim. We were carrying, in fact, we were set to carry Naked and Famous Denim at the store. And at the time, I was a raw denim guy. I was very obsessed with raw denim. And, I was on the forums, and this new brand, Naked and Famous Denim, just popped up. And literally it had been on the market for like weeks. And I already had a pair. And I got a pair because it was the first time you could get a pair of Japanese selvage denim jeans for $115. I think the first pair of Naked and Famous jeans that I got were $113 Canadian. It was the vintage blue selvage from the very, very first season, first collection. And so I was already a fan. And one day Brandon walks into the store in the pre-hours of the store when we're having like our morning meetings. And I'm like, what's going on? It turns out we were having a product knowledge seminar that morning. Brandon was in town. He came, he wanted to train us. We didn't even have the product on the floor yet. And he was there because he wanted to let us know that the brand was coming in and train us about the product and teach us about the brand. And I'm like, oh, I know you. And we just started, this relationship. And Brandon, whenever he was in town, he'd drop by the store and we'd talk. And it wasn't long before he sent me an email, and he's like, "Are you looking? You want a job?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." I mean, because like for me, it was the natural progression. I always thought actually that Diesel would hire me into head office, but that never happened. Although I kept asking for it, and they never did. Maybe they missed out. Maybe I don't know. Here's one great weird story about just where you end up in life. I was working for Diesel. I was very passionate. I thought it was a great asset to them. And I think they thought so too, but I think maybe they thought my value was definitely on the sales floor where I was. And when I went to Naked and Famous, one of the first things that we did a few months into my working there was, we were in Berlin doing a trade show, and I was, in just intermingling and meeting all these people. Here I was with the creative director of Diesel, like hanging out. And I'm like, I don't think working for Diesel, I would have ever had the chance to meet the creative director of Diesel. One time, I was at a dinner once at Diesel where the president, Renzo Russo, was at, but I never got to like shake his hand or meet him or anything like that. But not only we get to hang out with the creative director of Diesel, I had dinner with him. He sat right next to me. We were having a conversation, and I'm like, that was weird that I could work for a company and like, feel that I was such a good asset to them and never, get to that level with them. And then here I am at another company. Now I'm in the industry, behind the scenes, and I'm here like, these are my colleagues. It was a great and unusual feeling. And anyways, that's how I met Brandon, and I've been with him ever since. I was the first employee at Naked and Famous Denim, and we've been going for a long time. And what store did you buy those first pair of Naked and Famous Denim from? What's it called? They're at Hazelton Lanes there. It wasn't Barney's. It was at TNT in Toronto, TNT Blue, Hazelton Lanes. So I believe they were the first store in Toronto with them. I'm pretty confident in that. Were they the first? I don't know. I don't know if Rainbow had them at the time. I remember them be like, it was, yeah. Anyways, TNT had them for like a minute. Here's a weird story about that. Not to throw this store under the bus, but this was before my time, so this is just a story that I heard from Brandon. Was that they carried the brand like, and they had a good sell through, and then they never bought again, ever. And they're like, oh yeah, thanks, we had a great sell through. Yeah, we're gonna pass on the line. And it was so weird that you would get a reaction like that, but that's okay because other stores in Toronto picked it up. Great stores like Over the Rainbow that we've been with since practically the beginning. Like I said, and you know, there's some other great stores in Toronto that picked it up. There's stores that passed on it, and you know, there were stores that passed on it, and then we'd literally walk down the street to the next store, and they'd take it. They do tremendous business, and that first store is like, "Hey, we want the brand now," and it's like, "But we're selling to the guy like down the street from you. Can't, you know, it's just you can't sell to both of you guys." So like it was the weird politics of retail sales. I have some stories, but yeah, there's it's weird to me because everywhere sells Coke, you know? And I get it with brands, you know, sometimes you want to maintain some sort of exclusivity, and you don't want to over distribute because then you have, you know, if you over distribute too much, then everyone isn't selling all the product that they have. But at the same time, I don't think that there's a finite number of customers. Like each store has their own clientele. You know, some people don't cross over, and like I get it. Some stores use the brand to be like to try and bring people over. And anyways, it's a fine line to balance, for sure. And lately, I find that people aren't as early in the brand. It was very. And being kind of new to wholesale and not really understanding the politics of stores and like which stores hate each other, you learn fast. Oh, why'd you sell to that guy? And I was just like, oh man, why are you giving me so much grief? Can we just talk about this? Like, there was some aggressive moments, definitely. I've been to sales meetings where you're like, hey, let's, you have an appointment with them, you go to their store, you're showing them stuff, and they just ream you out. They're just yelling at you for like 30 minutes, and you're like, okay, well, I didn't really, you're selling to this guy, you're selling to this guy, you're doing this. I'm like, but they're not, like, why are you, they're like a 35-minute walk away from you. Like, they're not in your same realm. You just hate the other guy. Like, why are we arguing about this? Like, you know, yeah, it's just a weird, you know, if you're right across the street, that's one thing. But even sometimes stores, they don't care. Like it's you know, they know that I've got my own customer base. This is the way I work. I'm not really worried about other people's competitions. Anyways, politics, denim, fashion, retail politics. It's the worst. It's the worst. I don't like being in it. Non-indigo blue hoodie. We have a navy hoodie. I think it's already available on the website. Anyways, I hope that last bit of story time wasn't too much of a rambling. I feel like I ramble too much. Anyways, if I ever get boring or you don't care, just let me know. I'll change the topic fast. Sometimes I don't even know where my mind is going, and I go into many different directions, and that's that. So, anyways, let's wrap things up today. Just gonna open the curtains here, get a little more light in the room. We've got snack time. It's everyone's favorite part. Out of the office today in Montreal. Al, I saw your post. Thanks for coming. I wish I could see you and your beautiful new wife. Congratulations on wedding. So big thumbs up to you. Thanks for joining the marriage club, bro. I hopefully we'll get to see you again soon. There's a lot of politicking in every industry. I used to work at the art museum. It was pretty nasty over there. Oh, I can only imagine. Yeah, politicking is the worst. Just, you know, anyways. I'm glad that there's so much less of it now. I feel like a lot of retailers have just chilled out. At the same time, a lot of retailers are gone, so maybe there's less politicking to happen because if you're still around, you were the strong enough one to be the last one standing. So maybe there's a little bit of that too. Risa, you want to join us for snack time? Ice cream today? We can do that. Oh yeah, these are cool. Okay, these are cool. So here's my freezer. These are fun. These are like orange, like ice bars, like with little bits of orange in them. So they're pretty good. These, Risa's got to explain these. They sounded pretty weird, and I think we got to try these today. That is snack time today. There's some Japanese Haagen-Dazs, royal jasmine tea, and rum raisin. It's yeah. There's like these little cups of Haagen-Dazs are really popular here in Japan. And big cups as well. So big ups to the people at Haagen-Dazs for making cool flavors here. Next time I want to do a thing on Japanese bread because this came from like a $10 loaf of bread, and like here's the weird thing.
It's also something that like people line up.
Yeah, there's a lineup at this bakery, and $10 bread or more is not uncommon. There's always like not always, but a lot of neighborhoods, like there's a luxury bread place around the corner from us, and it's like they'll have signs at the end of the day, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. So if like you want,
at the end of the day, like
yeah,
by like
midday,
like it's usually sold out.
Yeah. So we'll have to buy an expensive loaf of bread and show you guys what expensive bread is. Single serving. It wasn't single serving. It's just like we can't eat a whole loaf of bread before it goes bad, so we cut it up and froze it. So is there anything else we should add to this snack time today?
Not in here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is interesting.
Oh yeah. Let's do that too. So we got that yesterday. We were out snack shopping yesterday. So we have a couple of things. So let's go over what are these, Risa?
So these are called Aisinomi, and it's like these like what do you call it? Ball?
Yeah.
Of like kind of like popsicle, but in a bowl form.
Okay.
So you have a bar. This has been around since I was a kid. It's very classic. But they recently renewed the thing. I don't know if it's recent. I haven't had it in a long time. But my sister told me about it. It's like, it's really good now. And I tried it actually like a month ago. And it was so much better than I remembered.
Okay, so let's open this up. So
very juicy.
This is a popsicle, a grape-flavored popsicle.
I don't know if we call it a popsicle. Like, it's fruity. It's not creamy.
Okay.
So it's kind of like this.
So it looks like a grape, but it is not a grape, and it has skin like a grape?
No, but I guess they have, because you can't have it like a melty thing inside, outside.
That's weird. Okay, so they're showing the fruit itself, but this is what it looks like inside.
Right, yeah.
Okay, got it. I thought
80% juice. So it's very fruity.
Okay, yeah. Let's give these a try. Here, let's see this. So, yeah. Oh yeah. Tastes like a grape popsicle.
Yeah, but it's very like, the taste.
Yeah, the taste really it tastes like grape juice, like good grape juice.
Yeah, it's good in like a really hot summer day. Today we have the AC on and it's kind of gloomy, so
yeah.
But it's I don't know. It's one of my favorites.
It's not a gusher. The gushers are like a jelly on the inside. These aren't jelly on the inside. It's solid all the way through. If you think of like a grape flavored popsicle, it's basically just a popsicle in ball form.
But
like you can see here, it's solid.
But it's soft inside, so that it's not hard on your teeth.
It's not like ice solid. So
and kind of like a very thick smoothie inside.
That's a good explanation. And
so good.
Yeah, they're really good.
I don't have to eat it all,
I might just eat them all. The outside is hard. So I guess whatever the coating is freezes harder than what's on the inside. So like
it keeps the shape.
You get a little crunch when you bite into it, and obviously it keeps the shape. And then the inside is like a kind of like a smoothie. So it's like a frozen smoothie. It's pretty solid. These are awesome.
Yeah, it's very good.
These are really good.
Okay. Do you want to try the makeup?
Yeah, let's try the orange one. And how much were these? Like $1?
Oh, like $1.
Yeah. That's a great snack on a cold day.
Yeah, and I see some people just like kind of sometimes like put these because they have like coffee flavors and like stuff like that, and it's like creamy tasting, and or chocolate, and they put like these in cup and then put milk over it and drink it, and so it's like
it'll like melt.
Like pretty frozen already.
Yeah.
You can mix it and make it a frozen drink too. So I saw.
Oh, that's a good idea. Just got my Blue Storm slubs. Thank you. I'm glad you got them. Enjoy them. I suppose you got them on the Labor Day sale. I think you got a good price on those. So enjoy. Okay, so we got the orange version now. They call them mekans, and it's like a little mandarin orange.
Yeah,
tangerine.
It's sweet. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, they're good. Very sweet. I like the grape one better. Yeah, I would not. It's not like a creamsicle. I would say it tastes more like orange juice.
Yeah, there's no cream in it.
Yeah. So I guess the fact that it is made from 80% juice helps with the fact that they actually taste like juice. So yeah. If you come to Japan, you want to find these in the grocery. These are at the convenience store. You'll find them in like the little frozen snack section. So like where you'll buy popsicles and ice cream bars and that kind of stuff. Definitely want to get these. You definitely want to get these. Huh?
You can like eat it like this.
Let's see.
It says that like you can just squeeze it out and eat it.
Pop it in your mouth.
So you don't have to touch it. Corona.
Okay. That's very nice. They're thinking about us. You know, don't hey, let's eat those quick.
Okay, I'm gonna put this back in.
Are they seasonal? I don't think these are seasonal. But they might have seasonal flavors.
Yeah, and also, I mean, obviously in summertime it's more distributed, more stores carry them. But, yeah, I think they make it.
Okay. And one more thing to try today. We got, this is really neat, Japan
Pride potato.
Yeah, they call these. Yeah. Oh, in Japanese it says pride potato.
Yeah.
So like these are like Japan potato 100%, Kobe beef flavored chips, potato chips, and they come in like this little tiny package, and they're kind of supposed to be like the luxury potato chip. Be Kobe. Is there a reason?
Well, so Koikea has been doing this like a higher end potato chip thing. Koikea is famous for like the potato chips of our country. Like it's kind of like Lay's in America. Like it's very classic brand. They still have that, but like this is like their higher end version. And I guess they're kind of like working with like local flavors. This time, obviously, with Kobe beef. I think they also use like I think seaweed kind of salt.
Okay.
From Awajishima, which is like I think it's off the coast of Kobe. Not sure. But yeah.
Yeah. So in Japan, I find that a lot of products, there's a luxury version of it as well. Like with all the flavored Kit Kats that exist, there's actually a luxury level of Kit Kat. Anyways, we'll have to check those out sometime.
Also give 1 yen per bag to Kobe City.
Okay, so the city of Kobe has got 1 yen from us. I know grapes are grapes, but those are expensive grapes. You haven't seen expensive grapes yet. Look, I'm not going to spend the money, but if we want to crowdfund this, just saying, if you want to see me eat $100 grapes, no problem. There are grocery stores around here where I can buy literally a bunch of grapes. Like a little thing of grapes, it'll cost $100. No joke. If you want to see that, message me. We'll work it out. You know, if everyone wants to give me a couple of bucks, I will show you what $100 grapes taste like.
I think there's no ceiling to that. Like, go maybe not in this neighborhood, but like we could go to seek like more expensive fruits. Like if we have, say, like a budget of $1,000, we could spend it on one fruit if we wanted to.
Yeah, no joke. I've seen stores with fruits that like single pineapple $80, single melon $300. Like. You gotta post a picture of those grapes. Okay, today, we're gonna go out today, and I'm pretty sure we could come across $100 grapes.
The problem is, like, we live in an area that are kind of, like...
This is, like, a normal people land, so there's not a lot of luxury stores around here, but
yeah, it's we'll find it.
We'll find it.
Yeah.
Follow me on my personal Instagram, and I will show you. I will show you. I will. If not today, at least sometime in the near future. I will try today because we're gonna go out today. But I will show you. The weird thing about some of the like luxury grocery stores here is that there is no ceiling to the price of anything. Like you could buy no problem $1,000 steaks. Here you go. I'm sure you can do that in America and other places, but like
it's abundant.
It's abundant here. Like you can. Everybody knows that those things exist. It's just, yeah. Okay, let's check out the luxury. These were like $1 also, so we didn't spend a lot of money on these. But it is a small bag of chips. So $100 grape weft. Yeah, you're gonna be prepared to pay for that. So they look like potato chips. They are a little. They feel a little thick. Not the thickest, but they feel crispy in the hand, like you know, like flick that chip a little bit. You see, it's not going to fall apart. Like it's a solid chip, right? That's solid, you know.
Smell it.
Okay, let's get the look at the bag. Oh wait, sorry. That's the bag, and let's get the sniff. Let's get the smell. It smells.
I don't know if it smells like beef. It doesn't smell like regular salty potato chips, that's for sure.
There's a spice to it, maybe like a steak spice to it. Okay, let's try it out. Do I taste the meat?
I do taste
the meltiness, like that fattiness of steak, like Japanese steak. I kind of feel that at the end.
It was very
like a taste. Kind of a creamy taste at the end. Crisp level is good. Like I said, the chip isn't too thin. It's got a nice crisp crunch to it. There's a saltiness to it, and then the end, I feel like that. If you've ever had like fatty Japanese steak, there's like this melty taste to it. Mm-hmm. I think that's what I'm feeling here.
I do taste that like it's what they call like umami of beef.
Yeah, that's exactly the flavor, the umami flavor. These are pretty good. I wouldn't classify them as my favorite chip in the world, but I would get these. Mm-hmm. Like if you just need a little snack, these are good. Approved snack. Kobe beef, fried potato, Japan chips. You'll find like this brand of chips at like most convenience stores also.
You know what
they don't make bigger bags of this. This is the biggest size. Like
because it's luxury.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a family size of.
Yeah.
Luxury.
That's the weird thing.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Sometimes bags of chips here, like that's it. Or sometimes they're even smaller. Like these. Let me show you my favorite chips. The current size that they come in is this. And there's like 10 chips in here, maybe. Like there's so few chips in here, it's insulting. But like they're my favorite chips. And they used to come in a bigger bag, and they don't anymore.
No. These are like stronger taste.
Yeah.
So like it's more salty, more flavorful.
Yeah.
So I think that's why. Like you're supposed to maybe like their target is like, munching on while you have a drink.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. But I want to have a big bag, and I have a couple of bags left from the made big bags of them, and I'm just kind of reserving them. So everything is snack size, no family size. There is sometimes family size, but you kind of got to go to Costco for like big stuff. But like, here's what a big bag of chips looks like in Japan. Like, they're not that big, right? We got a lot of chips. Like, they're not huge. Like these.
This is a regular size.
This is a regular size, but this is kind of like a little bit bigger than American, like, convenience store snack size. Like, this is a big bag for here, right? This is a big bag for here. This is my little, just for comparisons. And then, like, here's a Doritos. We have to try these on air. But,
Did we do that?
No, we didn't. This is a wasabi Okinawan exclusive Doritos. So, anyways, as you guys know, and of course, it's half air for sure. But we are ready for snack time for you guys. I have one more snack that I wanted to try. Where's that little cookie I bought yesterday? Oh yeah. So, these are fun. These are kind of like traditional, like snack cookies here in Japan, and they come with these stickers. So let's open it up and see what sticker I got, because it was an Evangelion one, and I know we've got a lot of anime fans out there, and I like Evangelion. So let's open this guy up. Let's look at it first. Just like a wafer cookie, and then it has like this kind of iconic kind of art style. I don't really know what the history of this art style is, but these cookies always came with these stickers, and I know that people collect them. So let's open this up and see what sticker we get. There's actually an Evangelion Pride Potato campaign going on right now. So, okay, so here's our little wafer cookie, and where's the real thing? The real prize is the sticker. Wait, the sticker's not in there. What do we got? Okay, what do we got? Okay, we got Ray in what does it say up there?
Ayanami.
It says her name, Ayanami Ray. Here's the.
It's like a temporary name.
Okay, but yeah, that's what I got. You should have that with some CLC. I mean, orange juice. The cookie? The cookie is just a cookie. I mean, it's pretty standard wafer cookie. I just wanted the sticker, and I wanted to open up something and see what kind of surprise we get.
They have a new movie coming?
They have a new movie coming?
Yeah, Shin Evangelion.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So
They named it just like Shin Godzilla.
Interesting. Well, Shin Godzilla was made by the director of Evangelion.
Oh.
So there is a little bit of a connection there. So that's neat. So I guess that's to commemorate, I guess, a new movie that's coming out. Good for them. That'd be interesting to watch. Best type of hem for double cuffing? Is there
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't think you need to. You can.
Like,
Yeah, there's
double
no.
cuffing, you could even like just raw cut
Yeah.
it, and then
And
you're
then
not gonna see it.
Yeah, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see the hem if you double cuff something. So, anyways, I'm going to call it a day. Thanks guys for joining me and Risa here on our live stream. I hope you enjoyed. Is it Bethan better than our wafer cookie? I don't know. I mean, they're fine. I mean, if you just want a little snack, these are fine.
They're never delicious.
Yeah, they're never delicious. I think the selling feature here is the sticker, to be honest with you. I think people collect things, right? It's fine. You have,
Yeah, it just tastes like cardboard.
Yeah, cardboard with chocolate. But I like that taste, so don't get me wrong. But I think most people are just in it for the stickers. So that's it. I will see you guys next week, unless you join me on the ClobberCom Denim Hangouts. I'll put a link to that. Anyways, you got to go to ClobberCom. It's in like 12 hours from now for me. So go to ClobberCom, see the schedule, figure out what time zone it is for you. I'll put the link in our Instagram story so you can join. It's a Zoom call. It's just gonna be a hangout with a bunch of folks. And I will see you guys soon. And have a great weekend. And I don't know, just that's it. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.